shirts? Hunter has a little ball in his hand?
No, for SEC, we give a ball in that shirt. So the wins are the shirt. So for the wins, they get it. You don't care. You ask.
No, I said I know what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense.
So for SEC, there's balls. We haven't given out enough balls this year. That's for sure.
Hunter said he didn't have his stuff as much as he kind of had some previous weeks. Said he struggled with a couple different things. I mean, just working through that, the maturity to still go 7 years.
Yeah, and you see why he's special. And there's not a lot of freshmen, not a lot of guys that could have done what he just did, and not a lot of freshmen for sure. When he comes out, he just doesn't look right, and walks a guy, gives up 2 hits, and the first gives up a run. And then just really locks in from there. I don't think he walked another guy after that. I think he only gave up 2 hits after that. Gets through 7 innings, and just really kind of when he finds it, he can just really roll. But the difference is everybody can do that. The difference is staying in there long enough to find it. There's a lot of guys that when they don't have it, that's it. They're done. And he's shown time after time why he's gonna be good. And I disagree. Yeah, maybe he didn't have a great fastball tonight, but he located the fastball after the first inning. I thought he had a really good changeup, and he had the best slider of the year. I thought he really handled their left-handers, which is one of the things he's really worked on with Coach Lafferty and myself in the bullpen is to improve the slider. I thought the slider was really good tonight.
Just your thoughts on the play tonight, especially with 5 different players having multiple hits.
Yeah, a lot of Clem. I don't keep track. Clem rattles them off as we're walking to the meeting, and so many guys good nights, and Graham had a good night. Jacob got us going with a big single in the first, bench with the big double to get it, and that's more us where we got to get those hits. We got to get multiple hits. We haven't been able to do that very often. We're good when we get them on. You still look at our numbers with runners on, in scoring position, runners on, runners at third base less than 2. All those numbers are good. The problem is we don't get enough traffic on the bases, and tonight, we were able to with all those hits.
You talked about those winning plays last night. Again, in the 7th inning, Dunkers picks the guy off, and you guys turn the double play. Just how important is it, especially this time of year, to start getting them?
Yeah, it's huge, and it makes the difference in the game. And even tonight, you won by 7, but it's 5-1. It's so close. They're still bunting. We feel the bunt throwing. Jacob just kind of takes his eye off the ball, and something that never happens to him, and you go, wow, is that going to open up the door? And then then Dunhurst makes another great play, and really just kind of squelches the inning for them. Once that happened, I think it kind of took a little pressure off Hunter, because we're a hitter away from taking him out of the game. Because we're going to bring in Jack to face the right hander. I think it's Coletta coming up, and he gets a double play on another slider. Gets a double play ball. So huge part of the game. You saw that where we talk about our defense, and our defense hasn't been good throughout the year, and statistically it's not good. In conference, it's solid. In conference, I think we're fielding 975, 976, something like that. But we haven't made plays, like that. And like you saw last night, where sometimes we don't make them, they don't go down as errors, but they don't get you off the field. And we're starting to field the ball with more confidence. That makes a difference.
Washburn looked pretty comfortable first game back.
Yeah.
Just what did you see from him?
Terrific. He threw a bullpen, as I told you, Chase, I think asked yesterday. Threw a bullpen on Thursday, looked sharp. Not that we really doubted it. I mean, knew he was ready to go, but it's nice to see. And, we're going to need that down the stretch, either out of the pen or as a starter. It's too good of an arm, for us, not to have. So that was big to see.
Just from a confidence standpoint, from the moment that Hunter arrived on campus to where he is now, and the last 2 games having career long outings, have you seen kind of the confidence kind of pick up the past couple weeks before the rest of the season?
I think he's been confident since he's got on campus. I think that's one. If you ask the coaches, I think that's the big thing about him. I mean, since he's walked out in the fall, he had a really good fall. Even times where in the fall, when you look for those young guys when it doesn't go their way, because we're playing a lot of guys, and sometimes there's errors because of the guys on your team, or the guys that aren't the starters, or they're out of position, or we got a pitcher in the outfield. And I remember making a comment that he doesn't let it blow up on him. It's earned runs. There's runs going on the scoreboard in October, and there's again other guys that can't handle that, and he just kept pitching. And so Yeah, I'm sure his confidence is growing, but I don't think that's an issue for him. Confidence. I think he's a very confident guy, and he was terrific in high school and been terrific since he walked on campus.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you.